118 win over Milwaukee in a wild game. Here's Wagner driving for Orlando, and
that's not what Orlando has done traditionally this season as far as scoring in transition, but they're going to have to do it if they're going to win tonight in Boston.
Porzingis 3-1. Horford gets the steal, but here comes that pesky Orlando Magic defense. They never stop.
Great defense by Corey Joseph.
Banchero in transition. He's
critical, so Porzingis can't get underneath the defense, guys.
On a bill, here's Jason Tatum driving and missing on the physicality. There's been a lot of that in this series. Franz Wagner driving. Wagner getting the roll. In for Brown, and Luke Cornett in for Chris. Coach the Magic about that before the game. He said, listen, it's just what we do. We've been playing physical all year. We've built
in defense. But in these playoffs, I will say some of those fouls have had a little bit extra spice on them. Just a little bit. They want only 3 points.
Yeah, shut out in the Game 4 win. Tatum driving. Tatum blows the buddy. Wagner out to Joseph. Joseph uses the screen. Now Carter in the corner. No good. Way
line.
All season long, 30th in NBA in three-point percentage. Tatum gets his first bucket.
Banchero and Wagner, they can absolutely get it done as they've been carrying this team in this series. But there's not enough shooting between those two guys. As we see KCP nuggets.
That was first three. KCP coming up with a steal. Now he gets it back. Is he feeling it? Maybe. Game 1 foul of this series, which suffered the injury to Tatum. He said, listen, it's just playoff basketball. Pritchard off.
Supposed to be a little bit more physical, a little bit chippy. You start playing against each other on a nightly basis. I know your plays, you know.
Game in favor of the Magic. Game 5, Orlando trying to keep their season alive. Cole Anthony in for the first time tonight, looking
here and really unlock those guys even more.
Tatum driving on Isaac, dishes it off for Cornett. Cornett gets the bucket and one. We're blowing a 3-1 series advantage. So the Magic have a tall task in front of them. To challenge it. It's the second foul on Horford, so he'll second player 38 or older to have 5 blocks in a playoff game. Here's Banchero. It rattles in. Harris hounding Pritchard. 8 on the shot clock. Cornett looking for Tatum. Tatum throws it
to him. He kicks it to Anthony Black, but because Black isn't a three-point shooter, he doesn't take that shot, and that's why Cole Anthony ends up getting it.
Did not play in game 2 with a right bone bruise. Tatum, the step back on Banchero.
That's tough.
Have scored more points in the playoffs in this franchise storied history than Jason Tatum. 3 ball, no good. 40 seconds to go, opportunity for 2 for 1. Tatum muscling his way in, no.
Yeah, is it going to be Ant-Man? Is it going to be Luka? I think we have it. We have NBA teams, all-star teams as well.
Wagner off the window, no. Good contest.
Standpoint, rebounding as well. He just embodies what it is to be a true two-way star.
Boston within 1. Shot clock off, 2 seconds. Harris at the buzzer, knocks it down. Gary. They committed 6 turnovers over the first 12 minutes. Wagner, one-handed runner goes, so Wagner now up to 9. Detroit and New York right now, game 5. 70-61 lead for the Pistons. Jonathan Brown falls. Hauser gets it. Cornered it White. The 3, no good. Underneath. Black can't get the lay-in to go. Second attempt, no good. Hauser tips it out. Harris gets it. Harris just chucks it up. With 2 fouls as well. We've seen Cornett out there. Anthony Black. Jaylen Brown with Wagner on him. A whole lot of length on this Orlando defense. Brown, no good there. It's on the breaks, finds Isaac. Isaac air ball right to Black. Black, reverse lay-in, no. Second attempt, Eastern Conference.
And Cole Anthony is the wild card for this Magic team. As we see Porzingis with the and one.
32-26 lead for Orlando. Wagner gets 2 on their feet, and he got fouled. Free throw line. That torn right oblique cost him 20 games. Orlando, 39%, but they lead this one. Wagner leaves it for Isaac, who lets it go off his thigh. Porzingis, mismatch there. The double comes over. Great feed to Hauser. Hauser back within 6.
Hauser saw Wagner turn his head and cut right to the basket.
Wagner drives, gets tipped in by Isaac.
He's in position to do just that.
Celtics have yet to make a 3, 0 for 5. White. The floater goes down. Derek and Wagner on the court together. Banchero, mid-range jumper, short. Anthony tips it. Magic shooting 4 of 12 from 3. Wendell Carter, the 15-foot jumper. White. 7 minutes to play, first half. Porzingis taken down by Wagner. And Brown picks up by Caldwell Pope. Brown, reverse, fancy move. Wagner fakes on a three. Over to KCP from three. No. Anthony skies in.
All season, the Magic get quality looks, but they do not knock them down at a high rate.
White fakes on a three, drives. Anthony game since November of 2022, and now a staple at the beginning of games. Boncaro.
Ability, and he's not afraid to get big inside also. You saw him right there with that quick spin move. Just
oh. Brown fakes on a three, drives, kicks in corner. Horford with a hand in his grill. Horford knocks it. 7 on the shot clock. Playing with Cornette out there. Wagner, the step back. Wagner over the 7-2 Cornette. They turn it over. 4th turnover of the game. Brown right back down the other way. Brown, nice move. Rising to the occasion. Half of basketball they have played this season. Tatum the spin. And he wins the basketball. Wagner, corner to Joseph. 3, no good. Porzingis and Boncaro turns the corner. Boncaro. Great crowd as there always is on hand here in Boston.
Their game plan, what's going to get them the best shot, and who do they want in action? They know Boston's going to be disruptive on defense.
Go down. Up to Boncaro. Boncaro, bucket and one.
Free throw line, and you're the team knocking down threes, especially in today's era. That is how you're going to win a
6-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. 1 second on the shot clock. Boncaro and another shot clock. Shot clock off. 3 seconds. Tatum takes one way, goes the other way, and throws it down with Porzingis. Here's Joseph driving on Pritchard. No. Carter, the offensive
rebound, their very first possession.
White looking for Boston's first three. It won't happen there.
When I use the word talked, I mean briefly. The message was simple. Before I could even ask him a question, he said, hey.
On the bench, he's got 3 fouls. Jaylen Brown going at Boncaro. Puts it up, and that's 4 fouls. Boston took care of business in the first 2 games of this series here at TD Garden. KCP, the 3, high arcer over Horford, no good. Boncaro gets it back and scores.
Joe Mazzulla.
Boston looking to join Indiana and Cleveland in the second round. Tatum, the first 3 of the game. Boston has it with Jaylen Brown. Brown at Boncaro. There's his 5th foul. With the game tied at 53, as now the Magic will play the rest of the game without the use of their check.
Create almost all of the Magic offense now in the half court.
And they go right to him. Mid-range jumper, no. Tatum. KCP. Bounce pass for Isaac. They trail by 2 at the half. Brown driving. Brown scores.
Jaylen Brown advantage Brown, and he took advantage.
Wagner, one-handed floater. Pounding Tatum, 4 on the shot clock. Tatum leans in. Isaac, the weak side.
You have to tilt the court and show him that defensive attention.
Isaac, turnaround jumper, no. Porzingis 0 for 3 from 3 in this game. Wagner, then the Celtics.
Coach Moses said, listen, they have to be able to play without fouling. He needs rest in the worst way.
Down low to Isaac, nobody there to contest. Brown with 2 on the shot clock. Brown doesn't see it. Brown's gonna hoist it up. No good. And how about this? With Cole Anthony.
Well, it's all hands on deck right now, and especially with Paolo.
They've gone final at the Garden. The Pistons.
That's smart defense right there. Do not allow Tatum to go one-on-one with a weak defensive player.
Pritchard. Wagner hasn't hit a 3. Drives on Porzingis. Off the window. Again, Bataze guarding Tatum. 3 ball. Good. That Houston made this year were from 3-point land. Tatum. How about that?
Quarter out poorly. And end up down 15, 20 points.
From downtown. Carter rejected by Horford.
What a block by Horford.
Wagner gets the floater. Active players in postseason games played. Corner for that man. There he is. Jason Tatum's got 26. Tatum the 3. 29.
13 from the field.
There's Hauser. 2-point try is good. Tatum, corner, Horford, 2 at the buzzer. Good! It beat the shot clock. What a quarter by Boston. Operation mode for the Magic with their season on the line. Pritchard, deep triple try.
And it looked like the Magic went over the Magic right now.
Here's Boncaro, 3. Finally, one go. Push off, misses. Comes back to Pritchard. White, back to Pritchard. Pritchard! He's 0 for 4 from distance. Boncaro, no-look feed for Wendell Carter Jr. Over to Brown. Brown thinks about it, then pulls. Remember when Boston series? Pritchard up top to Cornette, broken up by Carter.
Good defense.
Celtics looking to join the top-seeded Cavaliers and Indiana in the second round. Nobody got a tech in that instance, that situation with Tony Brothers. Here is Boncaro. So by 2 at the break, it's now 94-71 Boston. Brown looking for more. Drops it off for Cornette.
Great extra pass. He knocked down 3-point shots, and the Magic were stuck in mud when Paolo went out of the game offensively.
Defensive player, had he not missed as much time as he did. Brown, deep triple try, no good. End of the year honors when Wagner went down. Boncaro kicks it from Black. 3, goes down.
Some of the plays he would make, the bench really just always responded. They always were rooting for that guy.
Cornette disrupted by Wagner. Horford to Brown. 3. You betcha! Parker stuck it out through every minute. He watched all 48 minutes of that game.
He better than me. I logged off after the first quarter.
You wouldn't do that? Well, that's why you're an only child.
This true is true. I'm an only child. I'm very selfish. Very selfish.
Released a game 6 to determine who's moving on to face the Celtics. Pritchard doesn't get that.
Young Thundercats in Minnesota, huh?
Tatum, deep triple tries, foul. Celtics went on a 30-9 run. Hauser, now they can't miss from deep. How about how physical they play, and they haven't had Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, listen, Detroit is definitely physical. That's what they do. Hey, listen, I guess so. Tatum was smiling, so I guess he'll allow it.
Jet Howard knocks down 3. Since they've made 13 of 17. Keita, easy deuce there. Howard, back-to-back.
Howard getting it in, taking advantage of these.
Virtually coming back as is, unless they make some deals.
We're going to have to find a way to just be the man and just tell everybody how great you are. He was kind of robbed of that. Everybody was talking about what was going on in the Olympics. So
they made Boston feel them in this series. There's no doubt about it. Their defense, their grit, their physicality was impressive. For Joe Mazzulla.